One thing about Hedera that I find absolutely crazy is that most people would not include HBAR in the AI sector of crypto. And I find this shocking to me because if we go over here to CoinMarketCap and if we actually look at the AI sector, we could see that number one, there's no Hedera here at all. And it starts with Tau at a $3.2 billion market cap. The AI sector in crypto that's being tracked on some of these platforms like CoinMarketCap is actually incredibly incorrect. And it's because projects like Hedera are not being tracked in the AI space, and I don't understand why. So let's actually talk a little bit about this. Number one, let's go over here to Sentiment, because Sentiment put out a report recently talking about the top 10 AI and big data projects by development. Directional indicators represent each project's ranking positioning since last update. Now, if we actually look at this, right, there's some great projects here, don't get me wrong. I just find it crazy that Hedera is not included on this list. Now, they did include just projects from this category. We could see that because if we look at all the names here, most of them are on this first page. And I think that it really kind of stems back to the idea of looking at these categories. And if you look at these categories and you don't see a project like, for example, Hedera, then you overlook it as an AI-based project. But we know that this is not true. If you hold HBAR, you know that this is not true as well. The reason why I'm talking about AI and the reason why I do think that it's very important for us to understand that Hedera is technically also an AI-based crypto project is because of how big the AI space around crypto is becoming. Today, we know that this is incorrect in terms of the actual market cap around AI-based projects. $32.24 billion is pretty significant, and if we actually look at the all-time chart, we do know that this did hit about roughly almost $70 billion, and that was just back in, December. Today, we know that AI outside of crypto just continues to advance more and more and more and accelerate more and more and more. The question here is does crypto need to be involved in the AI market? And I've answered this a million times on this channel. The answer is yes, because blockchain, DLT, and the tech behind these networks can actually help govern AI, put guardrails behind AI, and even control AI in some sorts of ways. More so, what I mean by that is we could utilize these networks to provide transparent data to actually help train AI and limit AI. But when we think about this, we have to also look at how big the AI market is becoming and how strong of a narrative AI actually is. We have over here from AI Watchlist, breaking decentralized AI dominates crypto mindshare. AI super cycle is inevitable. AI is going to shoot up to trillions this season. Now, do I think that we're going to hit trillions of dollars this season? Maybe not exactly, but I will say AI does continue to become a growing, area of this market, and ultimately one of the largest narratives, as we could actually see by just mind share. And this is over the last 12 months. The percentage that AI is making up is over 32%, which is very significant compared to some of these other categories like DeFi or gaming or tokenization or even stablecoins, right? So when we think about this, yeah, AI is dominating right now, which means the projects and the networks that are actually focused on AI are also going to be successful. Now, I will say this right now. A lot of these AI-based crypto projects are all hype. They add AI at the end of their name and that's it. This is why I'm focused on Hedera. And the reason why I do think that Hedera deserves to be on this list is because of what's happening behind the scenes. We have over here from Hedera, new era, new tools, big AI moves. Here's everything that's been happening across Hedera and the ecosystem this month, from product launches and leadership shifts to community momentum and media buzz. Big moves at Hedera. Say hello to Hedera Foundation and Hedera Council. new names, renewed missions, and a unified brand identity powering the next era of decentralized innovation. AI Studio is here, a modular open source toolkit for building transparent AI agents on Hedera, built with all of these great players. Of course, a lot of them Hedera based, but we also have Eliza OS as well. Down here, we also have Hedera made moves at Consensus 2025, launched AI Studio. That was the big buzz. 2 sessions on AI plus Web3, highlight a killer built on Hedera projects as well. See you in Miami of 2026. New tool, Hedera Contract Builder. Deploy Solidity smart contracts on Hedera right from your browser. No setup, fast iteration, templates, and also community collaboration with built-in collab with Kabila app. Then, of course, we did see demo day highlights from the AI Agents Hackathon. This is where top teams pitched bold ideas live to investors and judges. Final results coming soon. Catch the replays. And then, of course, community programs are here. Apply now to become a Hedera moderator or even ambassador. And then we also have Hedera in the headlines, tokenization boom, AI plus decentralization, and even Charles Atkins, which, by the way, this one I'm actually going to put a spotlight on. So outside of all of that, yeah, there's been a lot of AI moves being made with Hedera, including, of course, the AI Studio. But behind the AI Studio, we already had a lot of AI moves happening with Hedera anyways, with projects like NVIDIA, which I will talk about here in a second. But I want to just address the market here for AI because, again, in order to really kind of see how big of a move this really is for Hedera and for this space, we also have to understand the market for AI. We actually have here that this market is growing significantly. Right now, it's calculated at roughly almost $800 billion, and it's forecasted to reach around $3.7 trillion by 2034, accelerating at a CAGR of 19.2% from 2025 to 2034. So the overall growth here and the market size is actually very significant. 3.7 trillion. That's 9 years out. Who knows how off this figure actually is? We could see AI boom in a huge way. I mean, all it really does take is one big, enterprise player, like for an example, Apple or Google, to integrate AI in a huge way or, boost AI. All it really takes is one. And the reason why I bring all of this up is because, all of these predictions around tokenization or around AI or, stablecoins, a lot of them have been wrong. In fact, a lot of the growth right now happening around crypto has been incorrect. The market around some of these tech classes are just exploding in growth and adoption and value. AI is a market that I see, scaling to trillions very fast. And the reason why I say that is because of the benefits of AI. Automation is going to be everywhere within the next 5 years, in my opinion. And with that comes trillions of dollars in the AI market, around investments, around IPOs, you name it. Now, we don't get there without blockchain. We actually have over here, AI actually pushes layer 1 blockchains to the forefront. This is actually from Charles Atkins, the CEO of Hedera Foundation. He's talking about DLT's role in reshaping AI systems, digital payments, data transparency, creator monetization, and more. Now, in this article, we have a few things. Number 1, we have Charles Atkins cautions that most newly launched layer 1 blockchains serve optimistic goals without specific enduring use case focus. In developing nations, stablecoins on blockchain alleviate volatile local currencies, offering users dependable transaction rails. And then in terms of the actual AI side of things, because that's like the main focus here, we have on blockchain synergy with AI. Atkins argued that AI actually pushes layer 1 blockchains to the forefront by demanding provenance for training data and version control for evolving models. Tokenizing each data input and embedding version control on chain ensures model integrity under future AI regulations. And yeah, this is a game changer, right? When we think about AI at scale, we really won't get there without blockchain. It's not so much about, data or, even just control. It's mostly about the fact that, nobody's really going to trust AI to run by itself. You need those guardrails. Blockchain actually adds those guardrails. And that's like the number one thing that I'm actually focused on. And also what's interesting about that is we also heard from Lehman Baird talking a little bit about AI. We actually have here Hedera AI. This is from Hashgraph Online, by the way. We're going to have to build a whole ecosystem of trustworthiness. As AI accelerates, trust becomes more crucial than ever. I completely agree. Hedera is well positioned to facilitate a future where we can distinguish between human and generated content. And check this out. I'm going to speed this up slightly just so that I can get around YouTube's copyright, because there is music behind this, but check it out.
Did you see the new stuff from Google with making videos, the AI videos? It blew my mind because honestly, I couldn't tell they were AI generated. They had actors that looked like real people. And when they were talking, you heard emotion in their voice and you heard humor and you heard them singing and you really had the impression they were real. How do you know they're not real? The only way we're going to be able to do this in the future is if we digitally sign things that AI are creating. Things that are not AI created, I mean. Humans will have to sign the videos they make and the pictures they take. And then you'll have to look at the signature to know it's real. But how do you know the person signing it was real? Well, you have to know who that person is. Well, how do you know you trust that person? Well, maybe there's going to be organizations that vouch for them, and maybe even organizations that vouch for the organizations. We're going to have to build a whole ecosystem of trustworthiness. And all of that has to be tied together with identity. We have to have a digital identity for each of these people and each of these organizations and each of these attestations that somebody else is trustworthy. And that identity is going to have revocation and ways of doing key rotation and ways of revoking a fake or a bad certificate that was given to me that now got leaked. All of that has to be done. And for the revocation, for key rotation, and for changing things, you're going to need a ledger. And so Hedera is involved in those sorts of things in the identity world. You don't think of that as being in the intersection with AI and with Web3 and with Hedera and blockchain, but it is. And it's going to be a more and more important part.
And yeah, this is 100% true. Right now, what's happening around AI is that we're crossing that, road towards the, a world where AI is becoming almost unrecognizable, right? You're not recognizing that things are fake. Things look so real now with AI. They're adding sound. People are creating movies with AI. These things are advancing way faster than we ever thought possible. So with that, we need trust. So we need to tap into blockchain technology that's providing that trust. And for years, what has Hedera really kind of, been focused on? Becoming the trust layer for Web3. But it's also becoming the trust layer for AI. And the fact that we're starting to see a lot of AI adoption around Hedera and the AI studio launching, I think that's is crucial to focus on. And also, my media company, the Web3 Alert, put out a full thread on AI and Web3 and these heavily tech-focused DLT ecosystems like Hedera that are fully focused on the AI revolution. Names like NVIDIA, Intel, Accenture, and Hugging Face are all world-leading names in the world of technology and professional services. And when these entities are associating themselves with Hedera for AI, you best be paying attention. And yeah, you should, because these are not just small-time names. When we think about what's actually going on here, Hedera is tapped in with some of the biggest names that are accelerating AI. NVIDIA and Intel, just two names alone, are powering so many enterprise-based companies. They are key players in the technology revolution itself. And now they're tapped in with Hedera to collaborate on, AI initiatives through Equity Labs. And by the way, this is hardware that they're creating. Chips that will be in enterprise-grade, this is computers, right? It's not just companies and customers. It's actual hardware installed in, computers. So when we think about what's going on here, okay, Hedera is not just, oh yeah, that's just a DLT project that's focused on enterprise. No, this is a, company and a project that is being integrated and tapped in and adopted by some of the biggest enterprises out there. This is why I do think that Hedera must be focused on around AI. I find it shocking that Hedera is not included on this list. But that's actually better for us because it's undercover. It's overlooked. And this is a 3.7 projected trillion dollar market that Hedera is absolutely dominating right now. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of my free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.